So, welcome to Kolkata, the city of joy and city of culture. How does it feel to be here in Kolkata today performing?
For me, this is my first time playing a classical concert here, and considering there's so much happening in the city, the audience was large and they were so receptive to everything. So on the whole, me and Shikhar Bhai have had an amazing experience playing. Apart from that, I have a lot of friends here. So I had been to Armenia to have the biryani and the food and all the mishti items, the sweets and everything. So on the whole, coming to Calcutta is always fun. There's nothing to complain about and only things to have fun and enjoy ourselves. So yeah.
Obviously, you come from a musical family. So, growing up, how much music, was it forced on you or it was a natural process for you?
Actually, this is a it's very interesting because when I was younger, I had my grandfather, around, and I had Khyal music, and my aunt Aditi Upadhyay. She's also a lovely singer. My grandmother as well. So there was a lot of vocal music in my childhood, and of course, having Baba, my father, in the house, tabla was abundant. He's an amazing teacher. Both my grandparents and my father are amazing teachers. So there were students in the house all the time. So I think that really helped me. It was never forced because I come from a thought process where you have to organically kind of soak things in. Like Ustad Zakir Hussain ji also says, the student learns, and the teacher doesn't actually teach. The student learns, and his receptiveness, his willingness is what mainly is the key behind learning. So for me, since childhood, I learned tabla. I soaked it in, as much as I could, and later on, because of influences in school and friends, and of course, listening to Ranjit Barot, my guru, and Trilok Gurtu, I was not pushed, but let's say I kind of found this new direction for myself. And today I'm just trying to bring everything from my life, my childhood, my entire journey. I'm just trying to pull everything together, trying to do something that I can, where I can pay tribute to all the schools of music and thought that I have been exposed to. So.
Obviously, your father plays an important role musically. If I ask you, what are the life lessons you have learned from him? If you could talk about.
From my father, I think everything. Father figure is something especially for a young boy. Your father is the main kind of example from childhood, and I am extremely, extremely blessed to have a father like mine. He's the kind who flies in from San Francisco, other side of the globe, in middle of the night, and in the morning at 7:30 he's up doing his yoga, meditation, and he has very, very strict musical routine where he does riyaz in the morning. And I think to see this is for a growing musician. I think this whole discipline and dedication towards his art is something that is incredibly inspiring, and I would say guiding, because that's what has guided me through this entire journey. And that's, I think, one thing. Apart from that, his love to want to keep sharing this knowledge with the younger generation, of course his peers as well. That sort of inspires a kind of sense of bringing community together for me, and I think that's an important lesson. I think these are few that come to mind at the moment, but of course, like I said, having a father and a father figure like him, things I've learned from him every moment that I'm with him. There's something new to learn. So yeah.
As an artist, you have collaborated with various artists also and played in various bands also. So how important are these for you, these collaborations, performing with other bands?
Wow. I think given my instrument and the nature of my instrument, I think collaboration is mainly the most important part of my formation of my repertoire and my approach to playing. For me, I've played with, just 2-3 days back, I played with a fabulous instrumentalist, a guitar player called Neil Mukherjee in Bombay, where he mixes a bunch of genres from Latin, and he's influenced by classical music also. He plays the flamenco style guitar, and playing instrumental music with him is, I think, that challenges you in a very different direction. The day after that, I played with Hariharanji, who's a singer, and in my childhood, my father would always tell me to approach Saath Sangat or accompanying like a tabla player would along with a vocalist, because I would say the voice is kind of the first instrument, the primordial instrument, and to be able to accompany Hariharanji on stage has taught me a lot. There's a bunch of things. I mean, I could go into great detail, but like I said, playing along to vocal music is a really, really beautiful thing, and it kind of pushes you in a very, very special place. Apart from that, I've played with Purbayan, which is that kind of situation is a fusion instrumental situation. So that pushes you in a very different way. And I think today the solo is an amalgamation of all these influences, because in music you just have that one moment to convey and try to express everything that you want to say. So I would say it's an amalgamation of all these separate different influences.
And the last question, a lot of youngsters are watching this. If they want to pursue a journey, if specifically a percussion as an instrument, your word of advice for them?
I mean, advice would be, I think number one, this is a great time to be doing music because opportunities are abundant. There's so many musicians now that are doing so well and they're very busy. And I would say, for me, I would obviously quote my gurus. My father always pushed me to practice hard, number one, which is working on your own craft, working on your own style, own approach. Secondly would be Ranjit Uncle's advice to me, which is to play with a lot of musicians, which I've done ever since my formative years, played in different settings, different venues, maybe small clubs, home concerts, large venues, and of course playing with bass player, playing with a pianist, playing with, like today, with djembe and kind of drums, percussion, duet. I think experience teaches you a lot, and that's what I learned from Ranjit sir. And I would say just be very open to exploring and be open to working hard to make those experiences worth it for yourself first, and then if you do that for yourself, it automatically becomes an amazing experience for the audience who's listening to you.
Thank you for this wonderful interaction.
Thank you so much.